So many of us feel, I remember one of my problems getting involved in this business, Deepak, was that I felt unworthy
Mm.
or I had a very low self-image. Why was that, Deepak? Any idea?
I was not, or you were not doing what you're supposed to do. You was not feeling good about yourself.
And why? Okay, yes. And why else? Yeah, that's right. And what was I supposed to have done? Number one.
Set some appointments, do
No.
some appointments,
Before
make some.
before that, coming into the
Get a
business.
college
Right.
degree.
Right.
Oh, okay.
My dad went to college, became a lawyer. My mom went to college and became a teacher. And I was the oldest child of three. So for years, I carried that baggage of being a college dropout.
Right.
Oh.
I mean, I don't think I felt decent about myself until I made like 200,000 in a year.
Oh.
It's like it was miserable living the life of a dropout and considering your name. Just call me Mr. Disappointment.
Oh.
That's why you got the life insurance, I guess, huh?
You're right.
Yeah.
Exactly right. Because I said, well, if I die prematurely and leave my parents $150,000, they will at least consider me not a total waste.
Oh.
Total loss.
A total, yeah, like a total, I mean, I'm not saying that just because no, that's the way I felt when I wrote the $633 annual premium check at age 23 for life insurance and making my parents a beneficiary. I felt horrible about myself where I was in my life, and I felt like I had disappointed them. So I didn't have any kids, but I had parents that I knew loved me and sacrificed. My dad saved in government savings bonds my whole life to send me to college. And when I dropped out of college after 1 year on academic probation, you know what he did with the rest of the money? How great my dad is.
Gave
He
it to
he
you.
took
I'm more
me he took me to the Toyota dealership and brought me a brand new Toyota Celica.
Oh.
That's how much my dad loved me.
Hmm.
He didn't make me feel bad. He didn't beat me up. And then I went to work.
Oh.
And that Celica was the nicest one in the doggone showroom. It was beautiful.
Oh.
I couldn't believe it. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Happy
Morning.
Monday. How you feeling?
Morning.
Morning.
Morning. Hey, Christian.
Yes, sir, Gordon. Good to see you, my man.
Good to see you. How old were you when you got the 150,000?
Well, it was 1992, 100,000, and then in 12 months to the day, I went from 100,000 to 200,000 in 93.
Oh, life insurance.
So
Sorry.
I was born at the end of 1961, a very long time ago.
The life insurance that was 150. And you paid $50 a
Oh,
month roughly.
you're saying the life insurance face amount. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, I was
150.
right. I was 23 years old, bought
Okay.
150,000, and it was $633 for the
And
year.
were you in good shape at that point?
Oh, absolutely.
You were playing ball, you were at height,
Yeah.
weight. So just to give you a frame of reference, we've come with life insurance. That annual premium today for 150,000 a year, which we didn't have back then. Guess how much it is?
It's
$31.
less.
$264.
$15.
Oh.
Yeah.
You would have been able to get a 30-year term for $264 for the year.
Oh, for the year. Yeah,
For the year.
for the
Just
year.
thought we've
How
gotten a
much
lot
would
better.
how much would a 50 a month bought me at 23?
Oh Lord.
Because that's what
Couple of
600.
hundred.
500 for sure.
Yeah,
Let's
several
look and
hundred.
see.
As a
Preferred candidate,
preferred too?
Yeah,
five
preferred.
500,000, 30 years, 545.
Wow.
What
What's
about 20
600?
year?
It was a 20-year term?
What about 20 year? No,
Well,
it was a 15-year term.
We'll do a 15-year term. I
What
bet
would
you
a
could get
15
almost $1
year?
million.
15-year term. It's about $1 million.
And I got 150,000 for the same price.
$1 million in term, 15-year term, preferred 595.
Wow.
Wow.
This is
Wow.
our
I could have got $1 million.
$1 million today.
It's time to call Bruce Cock.
Yeah.
Your parents would have really liked you then.
Yeah. Well, it's the business has just gotten better and better and better, and it will continue to do that. All right. Anybody have any introductions here? Anybody here for the first time?
I got Ty Parkman here. He's on Noah's team. He's new. He started with us on last Friday.
Good morning, Ty. Good to meet you. Christian David here.
Good morning, Christian. Nice to meet you.
When were you born, Ty?
2002.
2002. I got my license in the business in 1985.
Oh, Lord.
You were born in the 1900s.
Right. Well, good to see you. So my son was born in 2001. So what are you, 23, 24?
I'll be 24 in next week?
So you're the age I was when I started in the business.
Yes, sir.
That's a good age too, Ty.
Mm.
Yeah.
Good to start young. Well, good meeting you. Anybody else? Okay. Anybody have anything they'd like to share to kick us off? Any kind of good news, success story, thought, positive?
I have something, Christian.
All righty.
This weekend, I assisted two families with their wills, and I have follow-up appointments scheduled to assess their current coverage they have for this week. And I also have two appointments already set for this week on today and Thursday for policy reviews, getting coverage for a couple and their child.
Nice.
And,
Nice work.
yes.
Excellent.
And she bought her flight to come down for the Fast Start School in April. She's coming from upstate New York. She's 30 miles away from Canada.
Wow.
I booked my travel, and hopefully my husband he should be getting approved for leave. He's active duty Army to come with me, my husband and son.
Let's go.
Oh, awesome.
Let's go.
Hey, is this your first PLPP that you're doing?
Yes, sir, it was.
If you do 3 this month, add an ID theft or add another prepaid legal, you're going to get a $100 bonus.
I did know. I'll hit that today then because I've already done 2 wheels. So I will hit that this evening because there's something else that I'm doing today. So thank you for telling me. I didn't know. I probably missed that in the chat with all the other incentives. Ace challenge our base shop. So I'm trying to I got a challenge I'm trying to rise to.
Great job.
We're not trying. We're not trying.
Or have you been to a live event yet?
No, sir, I haven't. I missed the last one because I was snowed in with the blizzard in upstate New York.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. Well, look forward to meeting you live.
Yes, sir. Look forward to meeting you.
When I went to my first live event, by noon, I was pacing the room in the back of the room. True story. And I made a decision at that meeting because I realized it was real. It's like I said, oh my gosh, look at all of this. I mean, this is something legitimate. These people are good. This makes sense. People are winning here.
Mm-hmm.
It became real to me. And that's when I decided this is what Christian David is going to do with the rest of his life at age 23. And I have never regretted that decision. My wife has never regretted that decision. Our kids have never, even my parents, took a few years, but even they came around.
Oh.
Many of you know my father, who was an attorney. When he retired, he came and was my office manager for years.
Wow.
And he loved what we did. He loved being a part of this. He loved many of you. For those of you who remember my father.
Yes, it was fun working with him.
Yeah.
Very good.
He had a Barry White voice. If anybody know who Barry White, the singer, is, he had this deep voice just like this.
All right. Well, I sent a message, Tony, and I believe, I said, anybody got any suggestions, anything you want me to cover, anything you want to share? And Tony, what did you text me back?
Uh,
I think it was you. Was it you? It was you, right?
yeah, yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah,
I
I should.
remember.
I remember
Okay, what was it?
because I wrote it, so I better remember it. No, I said let's focus on two things. One was I said, why don't you go over the new presentation? You have a lot of the KTA presentation, go over so that we have for recording. And second thing, then why don't you go over? We never did that. How to start with a new person, how to set the appointments. What did you do with the new person? I said, let's have that session so that more people could get into the field. There was two things I said.
Okay, and I think that goes in alignment with what I have been consumed my time with over the last 24 hours.
Oh,
I have been consumed with why what we do is right. Who wants to be involved something that is right? It's the righteous. It's the right thing to do.
it's right.
I do. I don't want to be involved in, I don't care how much money you can make. If you're doing it wrong or if you're doing things that aren't right for people, it doesn't matter how much money you can make. So in the area of is what we do right, I was thinking is helping people get out of debt right. Is helping people invest for their retirement right.
Yep.
Is helping people protect themselves in life insurance right.
Yes.
And finally, is helping people grow their income or start a business or start a side hustle. What's the other gig economy? I mean, people are doing things on the side to make more money, right? I asked myself, is that right? And then I started doing what, Denise?
You started doing it. You started
Doing what?
talking to people about the business. That's when you started making appointments.
You made a presentation.
Right, there
Yeah.
you go. I started doing homework. I started doing research. And then I did what with that research?
A PowerPoint.
You shared it.
Correct. I typed it, I documented it. And I've come up with an argument on why what we do is right.
Awesome.
You know what I mean, Matt?
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but if I'm going to be doing something, I want to make sure not only it's right, but what?
It's honorable. It's noble.
That you-
Other people know it's right. It's proven to be right. I think there's a lot of reasons to know that.
And that you know it's right.
And I know it's right, and I can what?
Do it. It's simple.
It's a biblical principle.
You can articulate.
I
And you
can
can
defend
share
it.
it with confidence.
I can defend it. How do you defend something?
With proof.
Proof,
Proof.
facts, and reasons. I call it reasons.
Okay.
Like Tony asks, well, what do you do with a new person? In my mind, because I don't want a cold call. Anybody want to knock on doors?
No.
Anybody want to cold prospect? Anybody want to get a phone book? Anybody want to send messages to people you don't know? Call people you don't know? Talk to people you don't know? Anybody want to do that for a living?
Nope.
I don't want to do that for a living. I have no problem with meeting Gordon through a friend and finding out Gordon is paying. Gordon, what's your testimony? How much are you paying again, real quick?
$100,000 whole life policy, paying $83 a month, $1,000 a year.
Okay. And what were we able to do for you?
For the same $1,000 a year, I got 800,000 in coverage.
Hey, Ty, you still there?
Yes, sir.
If you were paying 1,000 a year for $100,000 of life insurance, and for the same premium, the same money, you could get $800,000 of life insurance, what would you do?
Get the $800,000 in coverage.
All right. Okay,
Smart man.
that's what one of our reps did for Gordon. And then he probably didn't get too complicated on it but once Gordon found out that there was an opportunity here and that he could make 500 part-time or $1,000 full-time helping someone do that, that piqued his interest and he looked more into it, and then he decided to start part-time, then he went full-time, became a broker, now made millions of dollars. So Gordon got involved in our business. Why?
A ton of value was created.
Right. And you knew that what we did was
right.
It was the right thing to do. So Tony, in working a warm market system or working referrals, the people you're working with must have in my opinion, a deep understanding of why what we do is
Right.
Right. Because if they don't really know what we do is right, or they don't believe what we do is right, or you haven't explained it very well, or you're trying to move too fast and rush people along, they're not going to truly believe that what we do is right. And then if they don't believe what we do is right, what's not going to happen?
They're not going to stay around. They're not going to
take you to see anybody.
They're not going to take you to see their mother or their sister or their best friend.
That exactly happened with Erica yesterday on her first appointment when she took it. So I asked that question to her. I said, do you really feel good about what I'm doing? She said, so then I asked her, so who should know this? She says, my dear friend Lauren. Now Lauren's 68 and I helped her. Now she has 250,000, I think. She just retired and she has no idea what to do with it. And she says, can you come to Gettysburg? I said, sure, I will. So you're right about that. You're right about that.
Okay. So with a new person, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I was just going to say, can I share something about what this is, about this as well?
Absolutely.
It's kind of a success story also. So Tonette, we got another woman involved for Tonette's team, and she's older. She's a little older. She's 57. And so after we got her involved for the past 3 times that we've sat with her, it's been all about her stuff. She has a 401k with Hopkins that she doesn't know anything about. We've been, getting her to get that information. She actually had an old 401k that's gone to the Pension Benefit Guarantee Association, which I didn't know that there were guarantee associations for companies that went belly up for retirement plans, just like life insurance. But we found that out. She can't roll that over. Because it's a guarantee association. We looked at her insurance. She had a term policy that expired. She got a whole life after the term. We were able to help her there. So we're just getting to the point where we're talking to her about taking her in the field, but she is ecstatic about all of the things that we've been able to do for her. So she's ready to go into the field. Right. So I was just, that's definitely correct.
Shonda, that's the business we're in.
And they're not that old, Shonda. You don't have to say a little older. Thank you very little.
All right, Gordon. Sorry. He is a little older, though.
Thank you, Gordon.
Yeah.
A little older.
James.
You ruffled some feathers, Shonda.
Well, listen, they ruffle my feathers all the time. So, they get it back sometimes. They all right.
Let me go get my cane real quick. Hold on.
Say that again. Say that again. They're still youngsters. They're still youngsters.
Okay, thank you, Shonda. And that's, when you go slow and really help people with their pension, their retirement, helping them avoid working until they die or falling into poverty, or with their life insurance, or getting out of debt, or getting them an estate plan, a will, whatever, just helping them with the budget and understand the difference in wants and needs and priorities, and not wasting money, and what that money, if it's not wasted, what it could, the wealth it could create, the security it could provide, the options that are available. That's what gets people excited to take you to see their brother, because everybody wants to refer something that is good, helpful, exciting, positive. Nobody wants to refer anybody to what?
Something that's not those things.
Exactly right. So as I go through this material, and by the way, it's the first time, so I haven't had any practice.
We'll help you find the typos.
Please, yes. And I want to also focus on not only making the point, but if I was to go through this slower with someone, I want you to pay attention and maybe write down the questions that I ask after making the point. Because remember, in the business of persuasion, in the business of influencing people make good decisions, we're helping people make good decisions. It's not what you tell them. There's going to be a lot of telling. There's going to be a lot of facts, but the facts aren't the magic. The magic is the questions you ask after presenting the facts. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Yes.
So the questions that I ask after I present the facts, and the questions are not typed in there, just the facts are really the gold. Okay, so let's talk about, is helping people get out of debt the right thing to do? All right. Debt transfers your wealth to someone else. Hey, Matt.
Yes, sir.
How much of your wealth do you want to transfer to someone else?
I'd rather keep it all myself.
I think that's a good idea. When you carry debt, Matt, a portion of your income goes to interest payments instead of building your own wealth. Doesn't sound like a good idea, does it?
Not at all.
Like, for example, if you're saving, or if you're paying $500 a month on your credit card, the bank benefits, but if you're paying yourself $500 a month, you're investing that, that's going to your future wealth. And that makes a whole lot more sense, doesn't it?
100%.
Okay, so over time, the interest works against you instead of for you. And why would you ever want to do anything financially that is working against you?
I never would.
You never would. Okay, so debt makes compounding work for the lender, not for you. And who do you want the compounding to work for, Matt?
Me.
So without debt, your income becomes flexible capital that can be used for building wealth instead of just having required payments every month. And that's really what you want to do, right? You want to create some wealth. You don't want to just be required your whole life to make monthly payments, do you?
No, I don't.
You want me to pick on somebody else now on this page? Hey, Shonda.
No, you keep asking me. That's good.
Well, I'll go to Shonda. Shonda. You there, Shonda?
I am, yes, sir.
All right. I don't know if you ever thought about this, but people who have debt, that reduces their freedom. Okay? Debt obligations limit your choices. Would you like to have few choices or a lot of choices?
I would have to have a lot of choices.
Having debt makes you feel unable to change careers, start a business, invest for your future prosperity, take time off, move somewhere better. In that list, does that sound like something you might want to do in the future, those things?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure. Okay. So you can't do those with a bunch of debt. You're kind of locked into making sure you make that money to keep those debt payments, and you can't do those things. So debt creates financial risk. It makes your life more fragile. Something unexpected happens, like you lose a job, you have a health issue, recession. Okay. Where do the debt payments go?
They don't go anywhere.
They don't go anywhere. You might lose a job, but guess what?
They still want their money.
They still want their money. Exactly right. So with debt, you lose a job, you got immediate crisis. If you don't have any debt, you got some time to figure it out. Medical bill. I've had to deal with that a little bit. It's amazing how many bills come in the mail. You go through
Oh,
something like I've been through the last year. It's amazing. Bills come from nowhere, all over the. If you have financial stress, or it's manageable, no problem. Where would you rather be?
I want it to be manageable.
Economic downturn. Have there been recessions in the past?
Yes.
Layoffs in the past?
Yes,
You think they're going to come again in the future?
I do.
Okay, with a bunch of debt, you're in a high risk situation versus a low risk situation. Which would you prefer?
I prefer lower risk.
All right. Well, that's what debt elimination. We're helping people get out of debt. What's wrong with that?
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
If you could get out of debt quicker, does that sound like something you'd like to do?
Yes.
If you could help people get out of debt, would you be doing them a favor or hurting them?
I'll be doing them a favor.
And you like doing people a favor, right?
I do.
If you get paid helping doing a favor for people, does that sound like something you'd maybe consider doing?
Absolutely.
Debt. Let's go to someone else here. Me a volunteer.
I'll volunteer, sir.
All right. Now, did I call you Z?
Yes, sir, that's fine.
Z's fine. Okay. Z. Okay. I don't know if you ever thought about this, but that adds a psychological burden or stress in your life. Okay. Studies consistently show that high debt levels correlate with anxiety. You like living with a lot of anxiety?
No, sir.
Poor sleep. You ever had a sleepless night?
Yes, sir, with my
That's
baby.
That's one thing to keep people up at night, man. Worried about that. The number one thing people get divorced over is financial burden that causes stress in relationships. That's no way to live. Would you agree?
I agree with you 100%.
And people who are burdened down with a bunch of debts and monthly payments and obligations, their lives aren't as satisfying. They don't have the joy. Even if the math works, the emotional burden of debt can be heavy. Would you like a heavy emotional burden of debt or little or none at all?
Little or none at all.
That's what we help people do. Ain't that something? Debt-free living often brings peace of mind, clarity, and joy. How many people out of 100 would like more peace of mind, clarity, and joy?
100.
All right. Well, you might be in the right place then. What do you think? Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be great to be in the right place?
I believe so. Yes, sir.
All right. Debt slows down your own personal and everybody's wealth building. If somebody invests $1,000 a month but pays $500 in interest, their investing power drops dramatically. Over 30 years, that difference can be hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars. $1,000 a month, paying interest. Debt elimination accelerates wealth creation because, you want to know why?
Why?
Because your income can go to your savings and investments, which allows this magical compounding effect to work for you instead of your income going to pay down your debt, paying interest, and now you have less money, okay, to invest. You're paying interest, and now you're in financial bondage. Which plan sounds more attractive?
Whatever plan is going to lead me to be debt free.
And which are most people in?
The plan that has them in debt.
Exactly right. Many biblical teachings. Do you believe in the Bible at all or no?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay, well, the Bible warns against debt by saying the borrower, many emphasize avoiding debt because it creates dependence. The borrower is servant to the lender. What does that imply?
What was that question?
What does the borrower is servant to the lender? What does that imply? What is that saying? Is that saying debt is good or bad?
No, that's saying debt is bad because now you're beholden to someone and their every whim.
That's exactly right. Um, how great would it be to be involved in something that helps people avoid being a servant to a lender?
It would be amazing.
Debt limits independence and stewardship. Would you rather be dependent on a job or financially independent?
Financially independent.
Debt freedom creates a margin in life. Margin meanings having extra capacity or extra money, extra time, extra peace, extra ability to help other people. When debt disappears, what appears?
Extra money.
The extra money. How important do you think it is for people who are in debt to get serious about getting out of debt?
It's very important.
Hey, Jay,
Yes.
are you meeting any people that debt is an issue in their life?
Oh, definitely. Most people.
Do people who are in debt realize how financially damaging it is to be in
Nope.
that situation?
Nope. Not until we do the F&A and they find out what they need to be investing every single month. And
Right.
they realize that that debt that's holding them hostage, that's stealing away from their future. So now most people don't know, Christian, until
Right.
they really find out, until we put that plan together.
Do you find, Jay, because you're getting a lot of people involved in your business, your team, do you find that people that you're talking to or sharing this with kind of consider debt just kind of like a way of life?
Yeah.
What
Yep.
is one of our jobs as a financial coach consultant? What is our job?
Just to show them the importance in getting rid of that debt. Not only that, but the power in paying yourself first too.
Exactly right. Exactly right. Let's talk a little bit about investing. You'd like to retire, one day not have to work for money, right, Jay?
For sure.
Okay. Let me ask you, investing enough for retirement is the right thing to do because it protects your future independence,
Yeah.
dignity, your family, and your ability to live well when you can no longer work.
Hmm.
It's not just a financial decision, it's a matter of stewardship, responsibility, and foresight. Do you know what stewardship is, Jay?
Yeah, that's servantship to me. Being a servant.
Anybody have a good definition of stewardship?
It's a good management of something of money that has been given to you. It's good management.
That's right. And what is the principle around stewardship, Ace?
Well, too much is given, much is required. So if you don't have a whole lot of money, it's because you're probably not a good steward. So good stewardship has a lot to do with good management and using it the way you're supposed to use it. You know, you go back to the parable of the talents, right?
Right.
And one of the things that most people mistake about the parable of the talent is that he takes the one that had one and buried it, but he gave it to the one he turned the 5 to 10. So people that know how to manage will get more, even from people that don't manage it well. They'll take it. And that's the good stewardship, great
Yeah.
management of your money.
I think there's another scripture that says something like faithful with a little or faithful in a little,
Faithful. You'll be given a
faithful
lot.
in a
Faithful in
lot,
a lot.
faithful in a lot, meaning that if you're given a little, but you do the right thing with it, you're going to be given more and more and more.
Correct.
But if you squander, if you've given a little and you waste it, squander it. If you're not a good steward, you don't treat it well, manage it well, use it well, do the right thing with it, you're not going to be given much. So that's what stewardship means, Jay. If you handle a small paycheck well, guess what you have to look forward to, Jay?
A large paycheck.
Big paycheck.
More and more and more. And isn't that exciting, Jay?
It surely is.
I mean, you don't want to say, man, when I make $1 million, then I'll start handling my money right. It's never going to happen. Okay.
Mhm.
So, why is it a good idea to save for retirement, Jay? Number one, you eventually won't be able to work forever due to health changes, physical limitations, age discrimination, economic changes. Let me ask you, how many people do you think one of these or more is going to happen to people?
Well,
To all of us.
yeah,
Jay,
yeah,
how
it's
many
all
how many people do you think this is going to happen to?
it can happen to everyone.
Everyone. Eventually, stuff's happening. True or false?
True.
Eventually, all of this is happening. And then there's two types of people when it happens, Jay. What is it? Two types of people when these things happen, eventually.
They either respond or they make the adjustments necessary or they continue to repeat the same cycle.
They're either prepared or they're not, Jay. They're prepared for these things or not. And if you're prepared, what happens, Jay?
And you're not gonna suffer.
That's right. You're going to be okay.
House of
You'll have
pain.
some security there. If you're not prepared and this stuff happens, what's going to happen, Jay?
You're gonna suffer. It's gonna be
Yeah, you're
tough
going
for
to be
you,
in
man.
suffer. And what else?
In bondage.
Bondage. What
Yeah.
else? Dude, you're going to be in pain. You like
Yeah.
pain?
Nah, I don't like pain.
Okay, well, if you don't like pain, you need to do what to avoid the pain, my man?
Get out of debt.
And
Educate myself on my money, my spending, I need the financial education. That's what I
and how
need.
about read that top sentence in red and bold, Jay? How about why don't you read that one? What you have to do, Jay?
Invest enough for retirement.
And what's the key word there?
Enough.
Enough. You doing
Yeah.
that?
I don't have enough.
You don't have enough yet. Okay. Yeah.
No.
Most people, guess what, Jay?
I'm assuming they don't either.
They don't have enough. They're not doing enough. If retirement savings are not built, income disappears when work starts. Oh, shoot. Read that one for me, Jay. Can you read
Yeah.
that?
If retirement savings are not built, the income disappears when work stops and poverty starts.
That sentence was so good I couldn't even read it.
Yeah. Yeah. If retirement savings are not built.
Savings and investing ensures that your future self and family is provided for. It protects your independence. Without retirement savings, people become dependent on
Job.
the government, family members, charities, or they work much longer than they want to or they plan to.
Mm.
You want to be dependent on the government, Jay?
No, sir.
Your family?
No, sir.
How about charity?
No, I'm cool
How
with
about
that.
GoFundMe?
No, nope.
You want to work longer than you want to?
No, sir.
Hey, Jay, if you could, at what age would you like to not have to work for money?
50, man.
When?
50.
50? Hey, Shonda,
Yes, sir.
if you could, how soon would you like to not have to work for money because you got enough?
Today.
Today. There you go. Today, right?
Yes.
Okay. Investing helps you maintain personal independence and control over your life. Out of 100 people, how many want more of that?
Well,
Denise, you there? Denise. Who else is there? I can't see anybody.
I'm here.
There you go. Denise, were you aware that Social Security is not alone, is not enough?
Absolutely.
Okay, in the United States, the benefits from Social Security Administration typically replace about 30 to 40% of pre-retirement income. But the experts say, people need about 70 to 80% of their income to maintain their lifestyle. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think that's uh depressing.
You think
But
that's a
yes,
big problem or a small problem?
that's a big problem.
And the average Social Security retirement benefit is about 1,800 to 2,000 a month.
Yep. Wow.
So the gap must come from where?
From what you got, your personal savings.
That's right. And you know one thing that is left out here about Social Security?
What's that?
It's going to be out of money in 2034.
Oh, yeah.
And the benefits are going to be dropped by, they say, 25%. Imagine you're making 2,000 a month, you're living on it in retirement, and now it's dropped down to 1,500 a month. Do you think that will have an impact on people?
Oh, a big one.
Okay. Next. So Social Security is a disaster. It's not enough. And it's really, for many people, vast majority of people, it's their primary source of income.
Yeah.
So investing lets compounding work over decades and decades. The absolute biggest advantage in wealth creation is
time.
Time. For example, stock market has averaged 10% for 100 years. If you invest 500 a month for 30 years, it grows to about $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
So if you start at 35, at 65, you have $1 million. But if you start at age 25, you have 2.8 million bucks. If you start at 25 versus 35. Now that's a $1.8 million difference, more wealth for starting at age 25 versus 35, 10 years earlier. Denise, when do most people get serious about saving for retirement? At what age, in your experience?
Around 50.
Around 50.
No, that's serious. Around 50. Most people. Some may
Most people.
started in their 40s, but
That's
most
right.
get serious around 50.
When's the best time to start?
In your 20s, or as
And
soon
why
as
is it
possible.
and why is it important to start in your 20s or as soon as possible? Or let's say your 20s.
Because of time. You have more time, which means it's going to compound more. The
And when you
longer
have more
live, the better.
time, that really creates what? Or what does that really mean? Bottom line.
It creates
you can
wealth. It
invest
creates
less
more
money.
money.
How much more?
Millions.
Millions more. Millions more.
Yes.
Millions more. Not $100 more, not $1,000 more, not $50,000 more, millions more. What do you
Yeah.
think about that?
I think that's big.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
If you could be involved in a business that helped people have millions more, and you could get paid good money to do it, can you think of any logical reason why you wouldn't do it?
No, none.
How soon would you want to start making more money?
Immediately.
How
Right
soon
now.
would you want to start helping people?
Right now, if I could.
If you could help them have millions more, how would they feel about you?
They would love me.
They'd love you.
Yes.
How if you said, oh my gosh, I just helped by educating them on this principle alone, time and compounding, which is the biggest advantage when it comes to wealth creation. If you could help somebody have millions more, how soon would they want to get the message?
Immediately, like right now.
Prevents being a burden. Saving for retirement, Denise. What do you think about this idea? What do you think about this? Many people want to ensure it prevents saving and investing for your future, prevents you from ever being a burden on your family.
Yeah,
Many
that's
people
big.
want to ensure that their children don't have to financially support them.
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
want to be a burden on your kids, Denise?
No, not either.
What parent does?
Not many.
What parent wants, what parent, what average parent, what normal parent wants to be a financial burden on their, what right thinking parent wants to become a financial burden on their children?
None.
None. They can help their children. They can help their family rather than be a burden on, rely on them. That sounds a little better, doesn't it?
Yes, absolutely.
They can leave something behind. What's that scripture in the Bible say? The good man, the good woman.
Leaves
Leaves
an
an
inheritance for their children's children.
Right. It'd be nice to leave something behind, right?
Yeah,
Retirement planning can protect family relationships and future generations. What do you think about that thought?
I think that's big. That's true.
By the way, it's important to invest because healthcare costs increase with age. Did you know that?
Yes,
Did you know healthcare is often the largest expense in retirement?
yes.
Even with Medicare, retirees still face costs like what?
Rent or mortgage, or premiums. Oh, you mean
Premiums,
premiums.
prescription drugs, long-term
Oh, you
care,
mean, yeah,
out-of-pocket treatments. Know a little bit about that. Investments help a person prepare for large expenses. If the expenses are coming, how important is it to get prepared for them?
very.
By the way, are we wasting time this morning? Are we making any progress?
No, this is awesome.
Progress.
Is this okay?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, who can I role play with here? This is how, by the way, this is kind of how your appointments should go. Not kind of, this is how they should go if you're sharing stuff and asking the right questions about the stuff, and hopefully you're sharing good stuff. Who can I go to now? I don't see anybody.
I'm happy to help. I'm driving, but I'm happy to help.
Well, Beth, you're driving. I don't want you to be driving. Let me see here. I can see now.
Okay.
I can go ahead.
Tambria.
I'm
I
here.
love you, Tambria. Okay. 7 reason to save and invest. By the way, anybody saving enough for their retirement? Anybody a little behind? Anybody want to
Yeah.
stay behind?
No.
Anybody want to move ahead? If you're behind, if you're not saving enough, how do you catch up? Tambria, if you're behind, not saying you are, but if you are behind and you want to catch up, what is the best way? One of the best ways you can catch up.
Earn more money and then invest it.
Correct.
Yep, do the right thing.
And Tambria, if you are behind and you want to catch up, what's one of the best things you can do to help you catch up? Tambria.
Get a side job, hustle.
And let's say you are already here and you're
Oh, you're already.
I'm asking you. See if you can wrap your brain around this idea right here that can change your life.
Oh, around the stewardship?
No, let me change. Oops, shoot. Don't want to do that. Dadgummit. All right, there we go. Yeah, gummit. How do I go backwards? Don't look at that. Just ignore that, what's on the screen.
Okay.
If you're behind financially on your retirement, what is one of the best ways you can move forward or catch up or begin over saving for your retirement, maybe? Would you like
I'm not sure what you're looking for.
some help?
I would.
Okay. It's to wake up every day and get excited and get on mission and living your life in a way that your purpose is to help other people who are behind in their retirement start catching up or getting ahead on their retirement.
Okay.
The way you can solve your problem is by helping other people solve their problem. And the great news about our business is what?
When you help enough people solve their problems, you can solve your own.
There's a lot of people that have the problem.
Oh,
Okay, there's no shortage of people who are behind on their retirement. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Amen.
Okay.
Amen.
You drive on the highway, and most of these people don't have enough. You go in the store, guess what? Most people don't have enough. You go to church, guess what? Most people don't have enough. You go to a movie theater, guess what? You go to a concert. Anywhere you go, you will be surrounded with people that what?
Don't have
Don't have enough. So if you don't have enough, get involved in the investment business, get involved in the financial education business, get passionate about helping people who don't have enough. And by you helping those people not have enough, your income will grow, and then you will be able to invest more for your future so you don't retire with not enough. What do you think about that idea, Nikita Strickland?
That's awesome.
Go to the ant, you sluggard, consider its ways and be wise. Hey, Tambria,
Yes,
you ever seen an ant?
I have.
How many times have you ever seen an ant sitting on a rock resting?
Never. Never.
When was the last time you saw an ant sitting on his butt, smoking a cigarette,
Never.
watching the television, or scrolling on his phone?
Never.
When you look at ants, what are they doing?
They're working. They're always moving.
Okay, they're always working, always moving. So what is this King Solomon saying here in the book of Proverbs, the book of wisdom?
Likewise.
Huh? What's he say?
To study what ants do, so
And
that
once you've studied them,
Do what they do.
yep, and be able to copy their hardworking ways.
that's right. Do you know many, if you're not doing well financially, you want to know probably what it is?
You haven't
Not
taken on
doing.
that
You ain't copying the ant,
Yep,
right?
Mhm.
right.
It's just
The
you're
question
not
is, do they
getting-
really want to know?
right. It's like you are more, if we looked at you, you would look more like a
Sluggard.
slug. Has anybody ever watched a slug?
Yes. They
Okay,
move very slow.
what's the difference between a slug and an ant?
An
Ant
ant
is
has a
putting that
lot
work
more
in.
energy than that slug.
Folks, what if the solution to your problem is just to be less like a slug and more like the ant? Woo! Wow, we're getting some good stuff here this morning, aren't we? Can I get one amen, Tony Reyna?
Amen.
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 Yeah.
All right, so the lesson is that wisdom prepares today for tomorrow's needs. Retirement savings. That's not even man, you get a lot of lessons by watching the ant. All right. Retirement savings creates freedom later in life. Hey, Tambria,
Yes,
would you like to have more freedom later in life?
I would.
Well, investing allows people to choose how they spend their later years. How would you like to spend your later years?
Less working.
And
More time
would you
traveling.
like to travel,
Yep, I would.
serve your community,
Yep,
volunteer maybe, spend time with your family, pursue your passions?
yes.
If you don't have money, guess what? Without savings,
Not going to do any of those things.
many people are just surviving. Lucky to survive. Instead of living free, instead of traveling, instead of doing the things they'd rather be doing.
Mm-hmm.
You're not just saving money, Tambria. What are you really doing?
I'm creating a life that I want.
You're not just saving money, Tambria. What you doing?
Creating freedom.
You are buying your future freedom. Exactly right. You got it. You're buying your freedom. When you have money, when you have passive income, when you own a business that works without you, when you have investments, you have bought your ticket to destination
Freedom.
Freedom. Who wants that destination?
I do.
Everybody.
Folks, if you could help people get to freedom quicker, can you think of any logical, good reason you would not want to be involved in that? Most Americans, okay, who can I go? Yvette,
Yes.
I don't know if you knew this, but most Americans fail and are far less prepared for retirement because of consistent mistakes.
That's true.
Did you know that?
No.
Would you like to know what the mistakes are?
Yes, sir.
Hey, if I share these mistakes with you,
Yes.
and you see the benefit of correcting them, would you correct them?
Yes.
Like if
They're gonna
you're
benefit
making
me,
some of
yes.
these mistakes, and I show you the mistakes, and I point out the mistakes, and you agree with the mistakes, and you can correct the mistakes, if I go through all this, if I take the time to educate you on this, would you correct the mistakes you're making
Yes,
so
absolutely.
you can avoid everything we've been talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right, let's go. All right. Understanding these can help people avoid financial disaster later in life, by the way. That's a good reason to correct the mistakes. Would you agree?
Yes.
All right. Number one mistake people make is, why don't you read that?
Not starting early enough.
Can you believe that?
That
Can
is
you
so
believe that's the
true.
number one mistake people make, not starting early enough?
Wow.
Anybody make that one?
Oh,
A
yeah.
lot of people. A lot of
Time is
people.
the most powerful factor in investing because of what?
Compounding.
What you learn about compounding in school, Yvette?
Nothing.
What did you learn about time and compounding, Yvette?
Nothing. Nada.
How much money did that cost you not learning time and compounding?
A
Millions.
lot.
Let's say you start at age 25, saving $500 a month, got about $1.3 million. If you start at 35, you got about 600,000. If you start at 45, 260,000. What would you rather have? $1.3 million, 610, or 260,000?
$1.3 million.
Why would you rather have $1.3 million?
More freedom. More
What's
options.
the difference? What's the
Better
difference?
retirement.
Just waiting 10 years cuts retirement in half, or worse. What do you think about that? You got a brother, you got a sister?
Yes.
Would they rather have 1,600,000 or 200,000?
$1.3 million.
Okay. Well, what do they need to know then?
The compounding.
Would you be embarrassed to time and compounding, right?
Yep.
Okay. What do they need to do to have the most?
The time. And
If for anybody, you have a brother, a sister?
yes, I do.
What do they need in order to have the most?
The information and how to do
They
it.
need to know this, right?
Yes.
Okay. Would you be embarrassed to show this to them?
Nope.
If time is the key element in financial success and building wealth, Yvette, when should your brother know about it?
Yesterday.
When should your best friend know about it?
Yesterday.
Nah.
When should all the people you know, when should they know about it?
As soon as
Beth,
possible.
please,
Yesterday.
Beth, you, please.
I'm good.
Beth, Matt.
Yeah, I got her. She muted.
Okay. When should they know about it, Yvette?
As soon as possible.
What if they don't find out about it as soon as possible, Yvette? What happens to them?
Oh, it's going to be drastic. It's going to be a disaster.
Disaster. And if you know it and they don't know it and you don't share it with them, whose fault is it that they're in a disaster?
My fault.
Your fault. Do you want all the people that you know to fail financially because you don't share it with them? Is that what you want to do? Is that with your life?
No.
Now, if you could share information that helped them have hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars more because of their age, if you could help people have way more money, it's irresponsible not to do it. True or false?
That's true.
That's not opportunity. That's called what?
Obligation.
Obligation. Exactly right, Nikita. You're
More
smart, Nikita.
obligation.
Nikita, you are smart. You're getting this. There's no reason why you're not winning, Nikita. You're smart. You're right there with me. Every time Nikita, for the most part, has always the right answer. Now back to you, Yvette. Kind of got me off my mental track here. Let me see if I can get back on my track.
If I
My
don't share
track
this
is
with them,
my track is I'm in front of someone. I'm giving them gold. I'm giving them wisdom. I'm giving them the answers. I'm giving them the answers to their problems. I'm helping them identify the mistake. I'm showing them the answer. Now, how can I get this person feeling so good about what we do? They're dragging me to everybody they know. That's what should be happening every day, folks. Does that make sense?
yes,
And if that was happening, how would your business look?
awesome.
Prosperous.
If you had people dragging you to people who have these problems and you knew what to do, how would your income be?
Awesome.
That's
Good.
what your income should be what?
Growing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You should be prospering. You should be winning. You should be like wondering, what am I going to do with all this money I'm making?
Ooh. They give me goosebumps.
Just waiting 10 years cuts retirement. Most delay because retirement seems
So far away.
far away. That's why they delay. Anybody relate to that one?
Yeah.
Gordon,
Yep.
Gordon, were you young and we're talking to you about IRA retirement? Were you thinking, oh yeah, I need to get on that right now?
Yeah. I didn't have a Roth IRA, so I opened a Roth IRA right away.
What? See, you're the weird one.
I was weird.
You were weird. You did it right away. Wow, look at that, folks. Look at that. Gordon gets the information and does it right away. And then somebody else, you show them the same thing, and they say, Gordon, what?
Can we start this in 2 months?
I gotta, yeah.
I got some bills.
I have to think about this. I need to talk to my uncle.
Oh yeah, I need to talk about this. Yeah. What's your
Yeah.
fee? What's your fee?
Yeah, right. Right. Okay. Have I gone to you, Gordon, yet? On the role play?
I don't think so.
All right, Gordon. The second big mistake people make is they got no idea. They don't understand or they underestimate how much retirement costs. How much time, Gordon, working at Wolf, are you sitting around on your easy chair considering how much your retirement is going to cost? You spend a lot of time calculating that, thinking about that, dwelling on that, worrying about that?
Not really. No.
Not really. Okay. Well, people, I don't know if you knew this, do you do any research and you need about at least 25 times your annual retirement spending saved. So if you have an income of 60,000 a year, you need $1.5 million. If you want 80 grand a year, you need 2 million. If you need 100 grand a year, you need at least 2.5 million. Now, how many people out of 100 know this?
No.
Not many, or hardly any, or none.
For all the people who don't know, should they know? Would it be beneficial if they know?
Yeah.
If they don't know, why don't they know?
Nobody's told them.
Nobody told them. Okay. Well, now that you know, do you think you know somebody who doesn't know?
Absolutely. Most
If
people.
your brother doesn't know, would you be embarrassed to share this with your brother?
I would not.
How soon do you think it would be helpful for him to get the information?
This week.
What do you think about this, Gordon? 50% of Americans have zero saved for retirement and they need $1.5 million to 2.5 million. And by the way, would you agree 60, 80, 100 grand a year is not rich?
That's not rich. Yeah.
It's not rich. I mean, that's just like okay.
Yeah.
Right? That's just survival.
Some quality of life.
There you go. So second mistake people make is they have no idea how much they need. Now, if you don't know how much you need, how are you ever going to have what you need, Gordon?
You're probably not. It ain't going to happen by accident.
How many people accidentally accumulate the amount of money they need for retirement?
None.
None. Okay, third problem people have is wrong investment selection investing too conservatively. Most people avoid investing in stocks because they fear market volatility. Do you know what volatility is, Gordon?
Yeah, it's like a roller coaster, up and down, up and down. Makes me get sick. Or when you're on a boat and
Exactly right. The market goes up and the market goes down, and
crashing
people don't
waves.
like that. So they don't want to see their money go down. So they avoid investing in that. And then they invest too conservatively, and then that costs them a fortune. However, the S&P 500 has averaged 10% returns average a year for over the last 100 years. Historically, avoiding investing in stocks or the markets dramatically reduces people's retirement savings, and inflation painfully erodes the money that sits in low yield accounts. So, if you could be involved in something, Gordon, that showed people how to invest properly, and instead of earning a low rate of return, they earned a high rate of return, so they could have the amount of money that they need to avoid poverty, does that sound like something you would feel good about doing for other people?
Yeah, I could feel good about
Right.
that.
Okay. Fourth reason, Gordon, why people fail financially and the biggest mistakes they make is not having a clear retirement plan. Would you say your plan is really, really clear, not so clear, or you really don't have one?
Don't have a plan.
They
You don't have a
blasted the
plan.
TV again.
Ace?
I got him.
I got him.
Have you ever heard the saying, people don't plan to fail. People don't plan to end up in poverty. People don't plan to work until they die. People don't plan to fail. They
Failed to plan.
Fail to plan.
fail to plan. Fail to plan. Okay, so many people simply don't. Many people simply what they do is save money randomly. Have you been guilty of that one?
100%.
They don't know their retirement number, how much they need. They don't track their progress. They have no way of measuring whether or not they're on track or off track or making progress or not making progress. They don't increase their contributions over time. And without a clear strategy, saving becomes inconsistent or non-existent.
Non-existent.
Non-existent. And this is what most people are doing.
Yep.
Now, what happens if this continues for people?
They'll have to work till they die.
Okay. I'm role playing with Gordon here, Nikita.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm just, we're having fun here this morning. Okay. I can't get through my life insurance. I can't get through my business when I'm about to wrap this up. Gordon.
Yeah, man.
Would you like to know what good retirement planning includes?
Yes, sir.
A defined income goal in retirement, specific, regular investing, getting out of debt, maximizing your tax efficient accounts. Do you know the difference in a 401k and a Roth IRA?
I do not. No.
How many people out of 100 do you think know the difference between a Roth IRA and a 401k?
Most don't.
Or a 403b?
Yeah, most don't.
Or a SEP IRA?
Yeah.
You think you think taxes are important?
Yeah.
And long-term proper asset allocation. That's a fancy way of saying what?
Proper long-term asset allocation. That's don't put all your eggs in one basket.
And making sure your assets are in the right
places. Spread it out.
If you could help people make sure their money's in the right place, invest in the most beneficial tax advantaged way, help people get out of debt, invest regularly so they could achieve their retirement income goal. How awesome would that be, man?
That'd be pretty awesome.
Okay. So in wrapping this up, the big picture, Gordon, is that if you ask Americans, the surveys show that most Americans have little retirement savings. Okay. 30% of Americans have less than 10,000. 50% of Americans have under 100,000. 500,000 or more, it's like only 1% of our population. Tragically, many people simply had the information or the discipline to prepare at all or early enough. Now, Gordon, if you could help people avoid poverty, is that something you could feel good about, great about, or really, really, really fantastic about?
I think I could feel really great about it. Fantastic, maybe. Yep.
Okay. I have a whole thing on term life insurance, and I have a whole thing on or part side hustle, making more money, why that's important, but I'm not going to get into that today because the mind can only absorb what the
What
butt
the butt can endure.
can endure. Okay.
I feel like I need a nap.
I'm sure you ain't learned that much in a while, Tracy.
Exactly.
I understand. Let me ask you a question. Does that information make you feel better about what we do or worse?
Oh,
Better.
better. Pumped.
Does it make you want to share it or keep it a secret?
I'm gonna share it today.
Share.
The
Share.
key to winning in our business is getting up every day and feeling great about what you are doing for other people. Not living in fear, not being timid, not doubting what you're doing, but being confident and knowing that in your heart of hearts, that at the end of the day, no matter what anybody thinks about you, no what anybody says about you, okay, you know that when you look in the mirror, you know that what you're doing for people is right. And when you have that inside of you, guess what?
Nothing can stop you.
That's exactly right. That's when you can become completely unstoppable. And you become this force of nature where you're just moving in a direction and nothing is stopping you. Nothing is slowing you down. Nothing can get in your way. And you become attractive. Because when people meet people like that, they stand out. They're different. Why? Because most people aren't living like that. Most people are just, they go to their job and they're just doing what?
The bare minimum. Get
Bare
paid.
minimum. What
Yep.
else?
Going through the motions, baby.
Going through the motions. And you can't go through the motions and do the bare minimums and expect to build a great
Great
business
things.
or have a great life or make your dreams come true. That's not how it works.
Hey, some
You
jobs you
gotta
can't
find.
even go through the motions.
What's that, Jay?
Some jobs you can't just go through the motions. When I was working construction, if my ass came into work and I was going through the motions on the assembly line, my ass would be fired. So some jobs you can come in and go through the motions, Cat, but most jobs, if it's a physical labor, high demanding job, you can't go through the motions. They'll replace you with someone else who will come in every day, you know? So people gotta wake up, man.
I have a comment about that, but does anybody have a response to what Jay just said about on the assembly line, the
I know it's been
assembly
that long for me,
line, I
Cap.
can't even say that word. On the assembly line, you can just go through you're not going to go through the motions. On the assembly line, it's too hard.
I don't know if I'm the only one who
That's
did physical
true.
labor in
No,
here.
no. As a
No,
teacher, teacher's not physically labor, but if you don't have the right structure in your class, you haven't done the right things to prepare your class, and you come into work and you are not on point, them kids will eat you alive. I've seen teachers crying in the hallway. It's just that is true. At some
It
jobs,
would
you
be
can come in
chaos.
and you're not having a good day, and you can go through the motions. And some jobs you cannot. It's just
Right.
not possible. You got to be on your P's and Q's every day.
Let me ask you a question, Shonda. Do you think there are teachers out there in the school system that just go through the motions?
Oh yeah, they do. And you can tell as soon as you
Do you
walk in that
think
classroom.
do you think there's people on the assembly line that are just going through the motions?
Oh yeah, they are.
Have you ever been waited on in a restaurant with a waiter or waitress just going through the motions?
Terrible.
Horrible.
Bad service, bad customer service.
Gordon?
Yeah, it really reminds me of and I don't know if it was a Nobel Prize winning study, but it was certainly, if you think about it, the lowest rungs of our society, people that don't think long term. They think very short term. And it's people that usually have some sort of addiction. Addictions are minutes and hours. You're thinking very short term in your choices of the day, very short term. And then you get to working class, poor people. They're thinking, how do I get food on the table? They're thinking days, a little longer than the addict, not much longer, maybe every 2 weeks. How do I get paid? Then the middle class, they might think months to a year. Hey, we want to take a vacation this summer. Hey, we want to do. They take a little bit longer on their decision making, but it's not until you get into the wealth thinking, the prosperity thinkers, the long term thinkers. They're thinking, how is this decision today going to affect me in 15, 20 years? Am I building a business, growing attendance? Is this decision something that's going to impact the next generation? Because the Bible says, leave an inheritance to the next, to the children's children, which is thinking very long term rather than very short term. And I don't know if that to me, that's an easy nutshell of what. So when we talk to people, we got to remember that we're trying to get them to think outside of their little short term thinking.
Wow.
To think, hey, can you think longer, Jay? Can you think maybe what you're doing now, what's going to be in a year or 2 years?
Right. That's good, man.
Yes, right there, Gordon. Excellent.
And people with short-term addictions, man, the buzz only lasts but for so long.
Yeah, you are shortchanging your life. You're gonna die early, probably. You're gonna, you're living off the dopamine rushes and not gonna ever and not really have this rich life that you could have.
Right.
Yep.
So good.
Jay, I wanna just wrap this meeting up with what you just brought up to my mind of this idea of going through the motions. I think you can be on the assembly line just going through the motions.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that, when you're on an assembly line, the assembly line doesn't stop. You gotta, snap your part together, and you can't be like on a smoke, you got, I'm not talking about that.
Yeah.
What I'm talking about is more mental.
Okay.
You don't have to be mentally tough.
Right.
But in our business, you need to be mentally tough.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, for example, our last time we got together live, it's in my opinion, Christian David, my opinion, that many people just went through the motions about their attendance.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
They were going to show up. Like some of you're going to show up. But you don't put a lot into getting people to show up. You don't get on the call and say, this person said they wanted to win. They put in an IBA. They're in the business. The only way to build a business is to show up to the meeting and grow attendance. And they, in their mind, think they can miss the meeting, but somehow in the back of their mind think they're still going to make it in the business. When I look, the reality is that people who don't plug into the meetings or don't show up, the ones that they can show, Jennifer, you're in Chicago. I'm not talking to you, or wherever you live, right? I'm talking within 50 miles, 100 miles. We get together once a month.
Right.
And you say this is important to you, and you're in debt, and you're behind on your retirement, and you're working for somebody who doesn't want to pay you more money. And I apologize for not getting into what I really wanted to get into, which is the importance of, and if you want to save more money, you got two options. What are they, Denise?
Make more money or find a way to spend less.
Right. Reduce your expenses or earn your income. Make more money. Look, how many of you can really lower your expenses a lot?
Yeah, not a lot.
A lot of you are already living like You ain't high on the hog now. Your only solution is to what?
Make more
Get
money.
more money.
Grow your income. And if you go ask your boss for a raise, what are they going to tell you?
No.
So if you want to grow your income because that's your only solution and you're working for somebody who doesn't want to pay you more money, you need to find a way to grow your income. True or false?
True.
And if you're going to be working with Christian David, if you're going to be working with me, I expect you to win. But I also know to win, there are responsibilities.
Come on, Cap.
There are things you have to do to win. Just hanging around here doesn't mean you're going to win.
Right.
The people who win, they do certain things, and it's my responsibility to help you win. So it's my responsibility to get you to do the things you need to do so you can win. And if we're going to be in business together, I don't want to be a part of your failure. If you're going to fail, go somewhere else and fail.
Right.
If you're going to be sorry, go somewhere else and be sorry. Not around here. Don't stink up our place.
Right.
I want to win. I want to be a good example. I want to prove that it can be done. I don't want you to say, oh, that business is no good. Look at Christian. He couldn't do it.
Right.
No. I don't want to be that example. We got enough of those examples. I want to be an example that it can be done. I think that's what this country needs.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
People who do it. People who prove that it can be done. People that prove that dreams can come true by taking responsibility and doing what you don't want to do. You know how easy it would be for me not to do this meeting?
Very easy.
Very.
You in Florida too?
Quite honestly, I didn't get much sleep. I got things going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I got my mind, on different things.
Right.
And it's easy just to blow it all off when you don't have to do it financially. But I want to win. And you want to win. And I feel a responsibility to the people I'm in business with to show up and make a contribution. And that's what I intend to do this Saturday. What are you going to do? Are you going to make a contribution? And one of your contributions can be what?
Bring some people.
Bring some people. Be
Brother
fired up,
Timmy.
be excited, get there early. Be jacked up. Add something to the environment. Straighten some chairs. Take out the trash. Ask it what you can do to make this place better. Be a good team player. Be a leader. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Man.
Okay, I'll get off my rant now. But I'm serious, folks.
Yes, sir.
If you don't win here, where are you going to win?
Nowhere.
Nowhere.
Out of a damn job.
If you don't save yourself, who's going to come on a white horse and save you? Seriously.
Nobody. Nobody's coming to save us.
And if you want to win, when do you want to win?
No.
I got a new necklace. I got an amulet. Anybody can see it?
Yeah.
It's a Maury skull. Shonda, you remember the meaning of the Maury? Memento Mori? Mori? Latin for memento. Remember, Mori.
Remember that you're going to die or something?
That's right. Remember, all must die. Now I got it on my
chain.
Why? To remember, all must die. Because the message in it is what, Shonda?
That you have to live life like today is
That's right.
is it, because it
That's
just
right.
could possibly be.
Never forget you're going to die, so you remember to live. And the way to live is not to live like you got forever, because you don't. Everybody's days are numbered. Everybody's. Your days are numbered. And I don't know how many days I have left, and neither do you. So if we're going to do something, if you're going to do something, how should you do it?
Do it
To
the
the
right
best
way.
of your ability.
Give it your all.
Ace, if we're going to get together live once a month, how should we do it?
The best we can, baby.
How should our attendance be? If we're
Should be
going to get
great.
together live once a month, which we've decided to do all year, and we ain't done that in how long?
We need to get to 100 people there.
Yeah. We haven't done that in how long, Gordon? When was the last time we made a decision since COVID to get together once a month?
This year.
We ain't never done that.
2026.
I've been in here for a little minute now. I've never done that.
Never done it. Never did it, Jay. But then we realized doing it this way, Zoom, fine. We can all do it from our house. We can work remotely. It's good. It's fine. We can do business, right? But growing people is relationships.
Right.
And the way you grow relationships is spending time with them, and it can't all be on the computer.
Sure.
90% on the computer, but not 100. If we found, okay, so anyway, I don't want to get on that. All right. We had 73 a month ago at Gordon at Pikesville Owings Mills. Lynette, I see you there.
I'm here.
Quiet as a church mouse. What say you?
Let's move and act with speed and urgency
Why?
because we don't know how much time we have.
How many people do you see operating, Lynette, with speed and urgency?
Not enough.
What happens to people who don't move with speed and urgency? What happens to that crowd?
They take life casually, they become casualties.
And what happens to the group that live their life with speed and urgency and that this is important? And if it's important, we need to do it now. Well, what happens to those people?
All things will be added unto them.
Those are the people that move up.
That's who we're looking for.
Tomorrow morning, be getting into why protecting your family with term life insurance is right, the foundation of the financial house, and why growing your income, starting a business, or a side hustle is the right thing to do. Proud to be in business with you. Let's go do something great in American business.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Christian.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. See you guys. Have a good day.
You're welcome. Make it a great day.
Absolutely.
Yep, make it a great day, everyone.
Thanks, Cap. Good job, man.